Do you ever feel really frustrated when you wake up in the middle of the night?
Yes. I hate that feeling.
I I've got a little bit of an inner perfectionist. And that perfectionist really knows that if I can sleep beautifully from start to finish and wake up refreshed and happy, and there's a certain perfection in my mind of how it's supposed to go.
Yes.
And this really came up when I had kids or dogs or cats that interrupt my beauty sleep.
Oh.
And when it happens, I don't look so beautiful. I don't sound so beautiful. And whether it's an internal kind of or it squirts out into the atmosphere, I needed to break that pattern. I needed to get to a place where if I woke up that I could soothe myself back to sleep rather than activate all of this cascade of adrenaline. Frustration has a lot of adrenaline because it's trying to
Anger.
activate you to make a change, right? When actually a change may not be what is optimal for your sleeping and recharging, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that part of it may come like if you saw that modeled when you were little. I know that I used to have a lot of bad dreams, and we'll talk about that in another call or another section. But um, I would wake up crying and very afraid in the middle of the night. And I know that my parents were very tired. We had a dairy farm. My mom taught. Like they were busy and they were tired and they were very frustrated. Like the first couple times they were probably nice about it, but then they were like, just go back to sleep. The frustration to me was associated, oh, if you wake up, if you need something in the middle of the night, it's very frustrating. Like I learned that from them. Not that they meant to teach that to me, but that's how they were. And my kid brain was like, oh, if you wake up, you should be, you should have intense emotions about it. And I still do treat myself that way, even if it's not a bad dream, which thanks to EFT and all the tapping we've done, I don't really have them very much. Every once in a while I have a little bad dream, not like I used to have. But there's still that like, oh, I should be asleep. Like you said,
I
the
should be
perfection model.
asleep. This should be different. There's that kind of should energy. Would you lead us in a tapping around with that
Yeah.
should energy and
Yeah.
frustration?
So again, feel your feet on the floor, wiggle your toes, and scoot your butt around in the chair. Just kind of feel the texture of the support. And we're doing this very intentionally to get you in your body.
And if you want to invite a version of you that got really frustrated in the middle of the night as part of this tapping, it's like a version of inner tapping.
Yeah.
Um, we can all tap together.
Yeah. So take a nice, slow, deep breath. Feel the air go down into your lungs and then back out.
Ah.
Karate chop. Even though I get so frustrated,
Even though I get so frustrated,
I work so hard,
I work so hard,
and I'm really tired.
and I'm really tired.
I need all the rest I can get.
I need all the rest I can get.
What is this crap?
What is this crap?
Why am I awake now?
Why am I awake now?
And I'll be falling asleep in the meeting tomorrow.
And I'll be falling asleep in the meeting tomorrow.
I'm so frustrated.
I am so frustrated.
Look at that clock.
Look at the. Oh, God, not the.
How many hours do I have left to sleep?
How many hours do I have left to sleep?
Let me calculate.
Let me calculate.
Oh,
Not
that's
enough.
way too little. Oh. And the longer I lay here,
And the longer I lay here,
the more angry I get.
the more angry I get.
Top of the head, I'm so frustrated with myself.
I am so frustrated with myself.
Eyebrow, why don't I just sleep?
Why don't I just sleep?
Side of the eye, I'm sitting here laying here staring at the clock.
I'm sitting here, laying here, staring at the clock,
Under the eye, trying to do math.
trying to do math,
Under the nose, and figure out how many hours I have left to sleep.
and trying to figure out how many hours I have left to sleep,
Chin, and figuring out how exhausted I'll be.
and figuring out how exhausted I'll be.
Collarbone, but I'm not really listening to myself.
But I'm not really listening to myself.
Under the arm, I'm listening to the hamsters.
I'm listening to the hamsters.
Top of the head, they're really loud.
They are really loud.
Eyebrow, I think they like math.
I think they like math.
Side of the eye. What if I took a deep breath
What if I took a deep breath
under the eye and just was present with my body?
and was just present with my body?
Under the nose. Hey, body.
Hey, body.
Chin. It's natural to wake up sometimes.
It's natural to wake up sometimes.
Collarbone. And all the stress hormones I just flooded my body with.
And all the stress hormones I just flooded my body with.
Under the arm. They do make it hard to sleep.
They do make it really hard to sleep.
Top of the head. What if I really paid attention to my body?
What if I really paid attention to my body?
Eyebrow. What if it just wants to know everything's okay?
What if it just wants to know everything's okay?
Side of the eye. You see that with wild animals.
You see that with wild animals.
Under the eye. They'll sleep pretty hard.
They'll sleep pretty hard.
Under the nose, but then they'll get up and kind of look around.
And they'll get up and look around.
Chin. And if everything's okay, they go right back to sleep.
And if everything's okay, they go right back to sleep.
Collarbone. What if I just looked around?
What if I just looked around softly?
Under the arm. What if I reassured myself that everything is okay?
Everything's okay.
Top of the head. Maybe it's okay that I wake up sometimes.
Maybe it is okay that I wake up sometimes.
I can reassure myself
I can reassure myself
and go back to sleep.
and go back to sleep.
Nice deep breath.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, it was good for me too, because I still have an edge of that sometimes. Like, and I do. I'll lay there and look at the clock, and every time the minute thing changes, that's one last minute. Why aren't you asleep? And it's so much more restful if I can just go, oh, everything is okay. Or is there something I need to attend to? Am I thirsty? How can I nurture myself? Or is it just reassurance I need? When you give that to yourself, it can really help.
And you can just like hold your eyebrow
Yeah.
point and go, one more minute.
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated.
It's so
You don't
frustrating.
even have to say it out loud if you're in bed
Yeah,
with a partner. And then it's okay.
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
I can go back to sleep.
I can go back to sleep.
I invite my body to go back to sleep.
I invite my body to go back to sleep.
And by practicing those sounds and those statements out loud, soothing the memory of that, it makes it really accessible in a soft, easier way in the middle of the night. Even
Yeah,
if your adrenaline peaks, there'll be a pathway up there that goes, "Oh, you're frustrated. Here's what you do. Love
yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's gonna be
Oh,
okay."
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. All
So
right.
let us know what you think. Please leave comments below and let us know how this landed for you. How frustrated do you sometimes feel in the middle of the night?